let the games begin. We are laser focused on Paris this hour, the venue for the 33rd Olympics. Some events there are already underway ahead of Friday's opening ceremony, and the Canadian team is already involved in two big storylines. One is a scandal that has resulted in a staff member of the women's soccer team being criminally convicted and sent home. The other big news is that we now know who will carry the maple leaf at the opening ceremony. Sprinter Andre de Grasse, a six-time Olympic medalist, and reigning Olympic weightlifting champion Maude Charron. CBC is the place to be for all the action and those big storylines as well. And Heather Hiscox, host of Morning Live, is part of our team on the ground in Paris. So Heather, this is some pretty exciting news for these flag bearers today.
Canada has gone with two gold medalists to carry the maple leaf into the opening ceremony here in Paris on Friday. 29-year-old Andre de Grasse, the sprinting star from Scarborough, and 31-year-old Maude Charron from Rimouski, Quebec. And they both spoke at a news conference earlier today, talking about how excited they are, how honored they feel at carrying the flag, and how surprised they are at having been selected. Andre de Grasse has never been to an Olympic opening ceremony in his two previous games in Rio and in Tokyo. So he was surprised, he said, when the phone rang and Eric Miles was on the phone, the chief sport officer for the COC, along with Bruni Surin, the chef de mission. Here's what he said.
To be honest, I was pretty shocked. I think that was my initial reaction. I mean, it's like I know we don't really get an opportunity to go to opening ceremony. So when I got the news that that they asked me to be a part of it, I was like, "Are you sure? Like, is everything okay?" And they're like, "No, you can do this." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then I just all of a sudden got excited. And to be honest, it was kind of like a feeling where I was like, I just didn't know, like it didn't really sink in until like maybe a couple of days.
Talking to CBC Sports' Scott Russell about all of this, and he was talking about the future, too. He's won 6 medals. He's never been in a race in an Olympic Games where he hasn't been a medalist. He has his sights set on 3 more here in Paris, despite a difficult season, despite some injuries. He says he's ready to go, and he's a big moment sprinter, so lots of hopes for him. He's also, one of his goals is to meet chef de mission Bruni Surin's time, the fastest time ever that Bruni Surin, and we also have, of course, the time of 9:84 in the 100 meters with Donovan Bailey. He wants to meet that, even break it. So he has goals for Paris for sure. Now, as for Maude Charron, she too was surprised to get the call from Eric Miles and Bruni Surin. She wondered if she was in trouble, but she is absolutely thrilled. She was happy to tell her family, equally honored for her. And then she was talking about her pride and also a little bit of being starstruck at being the co-flag bearer with Andre de Grasse. She thinks they'll be a great team.
He's a legend, so I feel like I'm like the little rookie behind him. But it's the perfect combo, isn't it? Like strength and speed together to represent the team. It's perfect. I feel like that's the perfect choice they did. I'm obviously super honored to do that with him. I'll try to not be too shy by his side, but I'm very, very, very excited for that.
Maude Charron, gold medalist in Tokyo in the 64-kilogram weightlifting class. That class is not on the program this time, so she's in a new weight category, 59 kilograms. It's been a bit of a transition, but she's ranked right now 3rd in that category and ready to go. Both of them will be competing in the second week of these Olympic Games, but we'll see them Friday on a boat. That's all they know. They'll be on a boat, and they'll be, of course, carrying Canada's flag into competition.